with just a few little things to say. My dad was, I can't even see it right. My dad was the most caring man anyone could ever know. I was so proud to call him our father. I knew he always had my back, no matter how many miles away we lived, which was usually a few thousand. On November 30th, my daughter is having a baby boy. His name was Jake Connor Barney, but to honor her grandfather, Jake Connor Barney is now Jake Howard Barney. I can think of no better way to honor the man that we all love so much.
First, for my other daughter, Sophia's twin sister, she speaks more with her heart than with words. And in 2011, this was one of my father's birthday gifts or Christmas gifts. A few years later, she did this one, and in honor of today, she did that one, a series, just to show how much just he meant to her. That was her expression. For me, I procrastinated writing this for a few days, not because I saw it as a chore by any means, but because my mind couldn't settle on exactly what I wanted to say. There is just so much to say. I clearly know what is in my heart, but expressing that in words about the man who was my hero, my confidant, my strength, my father, seemed like a daunting task. I want my words to honor the awe-inspired man he was, because it was such an honor to have him in my life and to call him Dad. There's a song by Dan Fogelberg called Leader of the Band. Throughout the years, every time I heard this song, my father filled my heart. The chorus goes like this. The leader of the band is tired and his eyes are growing old, but his blood runs through my instrument and his song is in my soul. My life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band. I look around here today at my father's band. We are a band of daughters, a band of sons, a band of grandchildren, a band of family and dear friends, and at the head of that band, because he would never leave without her, is his wife and best friend, Audrey. And even if it is not his blood running through your veins, because that is not how he defined family, most certainly the essence of his soul is. That was his gift to all of us. He loved so much. Whether our instrument is our minds, our pens, our computers, our paintbrushes, or simply our hearts, my dad blessed us with his enormous creativity and talents, his perseverance, joy, wisdom, knowledge, support, and most of all, his unconditional love. Dad was kind and generous and thoughtful, and I remember one night Audrey saying once, "Howard is the most Christian man I have ever known." As we stand here in this Jewish temple, a place that represents his connection to his ancestors, his culture, and his religion, that speaks volumes for his character. From being the adult who drugged out teens turned to in the 60s because unlike their parents, they knew he would listen and not judge, to the CASA kids he gave a voice to, there truly was no limit to his generosity, tolerance, and devotion to mankind. He loved with the belief that the more you love, the more capacity you have to love. So in the end, his heart was so big, there is no measure. But all of this can't be said without paying tribute to Audrey, his one true love and soulmate in his life. All of his bigger-than-life qualities only got sharper, and more so with Audrey by his side. I know from conversations with him that his gratefulness and joy for having her in his life, as well as her care for him when his health became challenging, was so profound that I know he was with us for years longer than his tired body would have allowed, if not for his desire to stay with her. Thank you for that. I tell my daughters all the time, enjoy the journey. The journey is your life. My dad never said those specific words, but still I learned that and a million other life lessons from him, for he, without a doubt, enjoyed his journey. That is not to say he didn't have hard times or frustrating times or sad times. However, what made him so very special is how he perceived those times and saw the good in each and every experience. The world lost one of the most wonderful of beings, a visionary of how humans should act and how humans should behave towards one another. I would like to end this with another verse of Leader of the Band. I thank you for the music and your stories of the road. I thank you for the freedom when it came my time to go. I thank you for the kindness and the times when you got tough. And Papa, I don't think I said, I love you.